Okay, so I'm live right now. Hello, everyone. Good evening, and welcome to the last day of bootcamp on React. I hope I am audible and visible to all of you. Just let me know, as we always do in the chat section, if everything is perfect from my side. And we'll be starting with the session, today's session. And don't just spam like presenter, and all this thing. Like you already know, since you are following me from last 7 days, you know already that I'm gonna share the attendance form in the last 5 minutes, right? So don't need to write presenter only. Okay. So now let me know how many of you have performed to-do list that we have done in the yesterday session. How many of you have performed that thing after the session, right? Just let me know how many of you have performed that particular thing. So Raktim is saying I have. Okay. Okay, I can see like four, 5 people have done that thing. That's great to know. And of course, like it's the first day of Diwali, so happy Dhanteras actually to all of you. And apart from that, okay. So, do you guys face any issues in what we have done in yesterday's session, like in to-do list? Okay, if any issues do you guys face while adding the items, while removing the item, any methods that you didn't understand or something like that? Hello, Ria. Hi. So I can see some familiar faces as well daily, those who join the session. I think Ria is one of them, right? Hi, Nripin. Okay. So today is the last day, and I want all of you to focus in today's session. Today we are going to see how we can fetch the data from APIs, right? Apart from that, we will see two different methods for fetching the API, and we'll see which one you can use actually for your real-time projects. If you are performing any real-time projects, which includes backend and front end, both of them, right? It depends on you. Perfect. So your video quality is poor. Literally, for that, I I think you need to upgrade your like your quality from manually, I guess. But don't worry about the video. Okay. So whatever screen I will be sharing, that will be perfect, right? So I have seen all videos, but as I have some work, so I missed 3, 4 live classes. But I've okay, all the recorded session you have seen. No worries. Okay, Akash, got your point. Okay. So, if you want any update regarding attendance and all this thing, I will be giving to you in the last of this today's session. So today's session will be of like half hour. It will take for me to cover this API concept. Okay, how we can fetch the API in React, and then we'll be discussing like if you are having some doubts in React, how we can learn React in more productive way, how to go from beginner to intermediate React developer, right? We'll be discussing all of those particular thing. And video is lagging, I know actually, but I don't. But I think so. Ki there is no issues with audio. Perfect. I need to fix the thing, and I think so. Till next book camp, we will be like figuring it out how we can go with the video thing, right? So I will share my screen as of now. Yes, audio is fine, so no need to worry then if audio is fine. Perfect. Okay, and don't just write present sir. I will be giving you attendance in the last 5 minutes, and you can ask friends to join in this particular session. This is the last day of boot camp, and I will be explaining what project you guys have to perform for getting the certificates along with the attendance. Right? I will be discussing all those things in the last 15-20 minutes. So don't worry about it as well. And now let's get started. I think my screen is shared and it is properly visible to you, right? Okay, if you are facing any problem with my screen, which whatever I have shared, let's say this particular code, then tell me in the chat section if you are facing any issues with this particular thing. Okay. Perfect. Hi, Raktim. So now today we are going to see how to fetch the APIs, right? So APIs means first of all what? So API is simply application programming interface. So as the name in like as the name has interface word in it, so it is basically a interface between front end and back end. So for communicating like for establishing communication between front end and back end, you can see we are using APIs, right? So APIs will help us for establishing the connection as well as to show the data to the client side. So API is a kind of link which is having all of my data in it, right? So for getting one dummy API, what we will be doing, we will be going to one of the site which is this JSON placeholder. This. Okay, and actually I have this particular link with me, jasonplaceholder.typecode.com/users. So this is one API endpoint, and on this API endpoint, we are having all these data of users from ID 1 to ID 10. So we are having 10 users ka data over here with us. Very simple, right? So are you guys understanding this what I'm trying to tell? What is API? Okay, and this is just a dummy API. Okay, nothing we have to do with this, like how this API has been written on in the back end or something like that. We just want to fetch this API and show this user data on the front end of my React application. I just want that, right? Okay, and those who are watching, please like this particular live stream so that more people get to know about it and they can also get to know about React, right? Perfect. Yes. So now what we can do, okay, I have this link with me, this API link actually. So we will be we are going to see two different methods today, right? So that two particular different methods are, first one, we are going to use this fetch. Okay. What is fetch? So fetch is simply used for getting the data from the APIs. Okay. For if you want to post something to the database, okay, or if you want to update something in the database through API, we can perform it. But using fetch. So fetch is by default coming with my ES6. We don't need to install that particular thing separately, right? So very simple. Correct. Sorry, please turn on off your video so that okay. I will do one thing. I will turn off my video then. I think then lags will be clear. Perfect. I guess now it should be working properly. Okay, perfect. So now what I will do, I will go back to my VS Code and here we will be starting the thing. Okay, how we have to start it now. So first over here in my function app, what I will be writing is, first of all, I need one state for storing this particular data that we are going to fetch. Just 1 second, guys. Just keep these wires. Okay. So it is const. I'm going to say, okay, I want one used state by the name data. So data, set data, and then use state. Perfect. And okay, I will be saying, okay, it is just an empty array as of now. There is nothing in it, right? And then I will be declaring one variable const URL. Let's say URL is having my that particular URL in which my data is stored. So URL is nothing but my API. Oh, sorry, whatever I have done over here, that is not perfect. Okay, so URL I need to write it over here, correct? And that URL is this JSON placeholder dot typecode dot com. Okay, simple. In double parenthesis, in double quotes, I will add it. Correct. Yes, I know today is Dhanteras. We'll try to finish this class as early as possible, right? Okay, no worries. And from tomorrow, you are free to celebrate Diwali. Okay, perfect. So now, what I will be doing, first of all, okay, I will write one function that is fetch information. So I will be writing one function by the name fetch info, let's say. Here, in this function, we'll be fetching the data. Now, how to fetch the data? Very simple. So this function should return me something. Correct. Every function should return something. So this function will return me one fetch method. Correct. In fetch, we are going to use one URL, right? And then we are going to say, see, first of all, what does this fetch method or fetch return me? So fetch always returns us a promise. Correct. If you know JavaScript, if you know the basics of fetch, okay, you might have seen that in JavaScript. So fetch is used for what? So like not fetch is used for, of course, like getting the data, but what will fetch gives me? Fetch will of course give me one promise. And I hope everyone present over here knows what JavaScript promises, right? Perfect. So next thing, what I'm going to do, so if you want to get something, if my promise is getting resolved, okay, where I will capture it? I will capture it in .then method. So I'll be saying, okay, .then. Okay, so here is .then. And here I will be saying, okay, .then will receive one, it will be having one callback. So here is a callback actually. And I will be saying, okay, so here I will be getting the data. But of course, first of all, I will do simple one thing. I will simply say console.log and just give me whatever is there in my res actually. I want to see first. And of course, we need to resolve the promise, not resolve the promise, we need to catch the errors. So if there is no data present in my API, or if my API is facing any issue, I need to call this catch method, which is having one error object in it. So I will be saying, okay, if there is nothing, or if there is any issue with my API, just give me that particular error. And in object form, I want to print that particular error. Correct. Or that message. So something like this, error dot message. Very simple. Right. Uh, okay. So those who are asking me regarding certificate, you have to hold on for 30-40 minutes. Okay. If you are in hurry, if you want to celebrate Dhanteras, you can go. You can watch this stream later on. Okay. It's up to you now. Correct. What is promise? Okay. Those who don't know promise, okay, I will explain it to you. So what is promise? So if you know, JavaScript is single threaded language. So single threaded means what? All of my tasks will be performed one after one. Correct. So line 1 will get execute first, line will 2 get execute first. So what I want now, I want my JavaScript to run asynchronously. Asynchronously means what? I want, let's say, if my function A is running and it is taking too much time to, what you can say, run. Okay. But meanwhile, what I can do, meanwhile, I want, okay, my function B should start executing. So for that case, what we can do, we can use this asynchronous JavaScript, right? And in asynchronous JavaScript, this topic of promise comes. Okay, so promise will help us to deal with this asynchronous JavaScript. If my that particular function A, which is taking too much time to get resolved, or for solving that particular function, okay, processing it. So we are using promise, and in promise, so let's say there is one function which I have created, and that function is returning me promise. Correct. So promise will do what? Promise has different state. So one step that promise has is of resolve. Correct. And one step is of reject. Correct. So resolve and reject means what? Resolve means, okay, that my promise is successfully resolved. So I have successfully resolved that particular function, and whatever data I want, I'm getting it. If that promise is not resolved, okay, if it is in pending state, that okay, it is taking too much time to waiting, then that promise will be going in the pending state. And if I'm facing any error or any issues with my API, whatever I have written, correct, in that case I will be using one separate method, which is catch. So catch, the use of catch is just to catch the errors, whatever, like the errors which are thrown by promise. Very simple, right? I hope, Nadun, your doubt is resolved now, right? Correct. So if you don't know, if you are still not getting, you just need to go on Google and search for promise one more time. You will find any YouTube video in which it is explained, right? Perfect. So now, next thing, what we will do? Oh, here we need to write error full spelling actually. That's why it is giving error. And you might be seeing, okay, we are getting these 3 different lines because we haven't called it anywhere. So what I will do, I will be using one use effect, and I want this particular function to run one time only after my this page is rendered. So what I will do, I'm using one empty array, so which will cause only one render. I will be saying okay, fetch info, and yeah, simply called it. As simple as that. Correct. I hope everyone is getting this. So now, if we just go back on our this code where it is open, what I will do, I will check it over here in my inspect. Correct. And just go to console, and if you see the response what you are getting, correct, you will be able to find it that okay, we are getting something like this is the response actually that my promise is giving me through that particular API. So this is the URL through which we are getting this particular data. Okay, and if you see, this particular data is not in my JSON format, correct? So whatever like my fetch method is giving me, it is not in JSON format. I need to convert it in my JSON format, correct? If you see, there is nothing over here. I need to convert it. It is not in readable format as of now. So the data which is present over here that we are getting from API. So browser is by default using fetch over here if you see in behind the scenes, right? But here we need to do something with this. So what I will do, I will go back to my code and I will say, okay, whatever data this res is throwing now. So do one thing. So this then should return something. So I will be saying res.json. Correct, something like this. Okay, now whole of my data is converted into JSON format, and then I will write another then method which will take the data, correct, which will take the data, and sorry, and we will write one callback. And if we try to do the console.log over here one more time now, correct, I will be, oh sorry, I need to remove this. Okay, perfect. So if I just write data over here and if I save this, go back to the web page. Okay, now you can see we are getting, so if you just refresh this particular page, my one time that page will be rendered, and you can see we are getting 10 items in my data. Correct, over here 0 to 10, and which is having all of my data. And now if you see, all this data is in JSON format, right? All this data is in JSON format. Perfect. Benjamin is saying, can you please re-explain what you want to re-explain me? So see, yeah, this JSON thing now, I will explain it one more time. So on line number 11, on line number 10, whatever this fetch is giving me one promise, and I am catching this promise. If my promise is resolved, then I am catching it through my then method. Okay, so then we'll take an argument which is going to be anything. Okay, which is going to be, of course, the result of this fetch, and I am getting that result, but it is not in my JSON format. I want to convert that data into the JSON format, so I'll be using .json, which is one method for converting data into the JSON format. And again, I will be using .then method to get this particular data. So now this res.json will be transferred in this particular data, and I'm just printing it. Very simple. Correct. Why are there two dotted method? Yes. So the reason behind that is my promise is giving me what? My promise is giving me the result of my URL that I fetch, but that data which I'm getting is not in JSON format. But why, you might be thinking, sir, why we want the data in JSON format only? Because we want to show that particular data on my web page. That's why I want the data to my I want the data to store into my this particular state which we have created, one empty array. Okay, perfect. That is the only thing. That's why I want it. Okay, that's why I want the data in JSON format, and that's why I'm converting it here. And then I am saying okay, dot then data console.log data. Instead of that, you can, if you just try to print this race.json, you will be getting the same output. You don't need to use dot then two times, but I'm just trying to show you. Correct. Now, yes, a promise in JavaScript is like a try-catch block in JavaScript. Also, there is one try-catch block in Java. Also, there is one try-catch block, but it is one and the same thing only. If you see their functionality behind the scenes, right? Okay, perfect. So now I am able to get the data. One simple thing I want to do now, whatever data I am getting, so I'll be saying set data. I'm calling this function our state, and I will add all my data into it. Oh, I think instead of adding it, calling it data because we have already one state by the name data. So my JavaScript browser should not get confused by it. So I'm simply saying, okay, set data D. Okay, so now my data has all of my array element. Very simple. Now I simply need to fetch it over here, right? So what I will be doing, I will be using our fetch method, sorry, our map method. So it is like data dot map, and I will be saying one callback. Okay, pass anything over here. Let's say element, and then you can use this return. Perfect. Okay. Now if you just use h1 or something like that over here. Oh, let me see what why it is like throwing me particular error. I think I haven't used this thing. One more time I need to use it. Still it is giving me error. And let me check. So data dot map. Perfect. One callback. Oh, it should be arrow and something like this. Okay. Now it's perfect. Okay. No worries. Might be one bracket is extra or something like that. Might be the issues. Perfect. So I will be giving one h2 tag, let's say, and behind it, let's say I want one h3 tag. A promise. Okay. Yes, if you are having any issues in between, you can ask me in the chat. Okay, we'll be trying to resolve it. Perfect. So what I want now, I want to just show that data to you. So I will be using, okay, e dot, it should be e dot username. Perfect. And second should be what? E dot, let's say email. I want to show the email to on the screen actually. Okay, so I will be going back, and if you see over here, okay, I am getting all the things. See, I'm getting all user data, Brett, the usernames actually, and the same data is present over here. See, username is Brett. Correct. I'm able to get Brett and that's his email over here. Something like this. In this way, you can fetch the data that you want. Right. So that's the first way. I hope everyone has understand it. Correct. The fetch way of fetching the data. The first way. Okay. Now comes the second way. Second way. Okay. I will be stopping this thing in my CMD. So for that, I need to install one package, which I will be adding using yarn add axios. Perfect. Hit enter. Will take some time. Okay. Let us wait over here. Yeah, it has been installed now. If I will go back, Jan and Dave. Okay, perfect. It is started. Okay, again I will be able to get the data. Right. So now what I want to use that third party library which we have installed. So I will be saying, so for getting it, first of all, we need to import it, right? So I will be saying import Axios from Axios. Very simple. So Axios is a library which will also help us to deal with the APIs, like to fetch them, to get the data, to update the data, to delete it, and all this thing. Perfect. The current operations it will support, right? So how I will be using is how like I will be able to using all this thing. Perfect. So just go down, okay, and over here in this fetch info, instead of writing all this thing, now this function should return me something else. I will remove all this thing, and I will be saying, okay, just use this very simple thing, axios dot. Okay, and with axios I will be getting all of the method. Like first of all, let's say we are having get method. Instead of get, if you want to send something to the database, we are having one post method. Correct. If you want to update some data, you are having one put method. Correct. All these methods, if you have covered backend already, you know what all these methods are. But I want to get the data, that's why I will be using get. And instead of using anything, I will be using URL directly because I want to get the data from this particular URL. Right. Okay, I think this particular thing is clear to all of you, right? Okay. And after using this particular thing, I just simply need to write, okay, one then, and simply write this. Okay. And one thing to say, so this Axios will also give me one promise, but sorry, but this promise returns me what? Okay. This promise to tells me what? If you just do this console.log for rest now, okay, you don't have any data over here in this particular thing now. So what I will be doing, let us just, as of now, okay, let me just add one empty. Okay, I think it's just throwing some error. Oh, I think we need to completely disable it, something like this. Perfect. Okay. So for adding comments, you just need to select the that particular block of lines and just simply type control plus backslash. Very simple. Okay, perfect. So this thing we need to remove now, I guess. Yes. Perfect. So now if you see, I have what I have done the same thing which we have used for fetch. Correct. So what we are getting axios.get. I have write the URL which we are of course having over here. We are just using it, the variable name, and then it is returning me something in .den. And in res I'm capturing it and I'm just saying console.log res. Now if we just go back guys on my particular web page, correct, over here, and if you just inspect it and go back to the console, you are able to see we are getting one object, correct, and my object is having some data in it if you see directly, correct. So this is already what you can say, this is already present in my JSON format. I just need to say okay, my data is present in my data key now. Okay, so for getting that thing I just simply need to write okay res dot data, and yeah, we are done. Oh sorry, it should not be set data, it should be simply res dot data. Perfect. If we go back and now see, okay, we are getting 10 items. Okay, it's that simple now. It's that simple. And instead of using this, I will be saying, okay, set data, and whatever data is coming, just, okay, add it to my data state. And now I will be removing the comments. Perfect. If you just save all this thing, and if you go back, and we are getting the same output. Correct. We are getting the same output. I hope you are understanding. Correct. What people are saying in the comment section. Okay. So I think yeah, this in this way you can fetch the data or get the data, right. So that is what we want to achieve in today's class. I hope everyone has understand it, how to fetch the API, how to get the API, and all this thing. Correct. But apart from that, first of all, let me summarize what we have seen. Uh, yes, I will explain it to you about project as well. Don't need to worry. See, what you need to do, you need to create one to-do list in which yesterday we have seen how to add the items, how to remove the item, and make sure that you are creating a proper UI for it. Actually you should be using your CSS skills, proper CSS skills, make it look better. Okay, you can just post it on LinkedIn as well if you want, right. You can tag us at DevTown, learning with DevTown, or vacation at DevTown, hashtag using something like that. Apart from that, okay, you need to add one simple functionality in it. You need to add the functionality of edit. So let's say if you are adding one task in it, let's say mango, let's say for example it is a task, let's say study, correct. And if you want to edit after adding that particular task, if you want to edit that particular task that you have added, so that there should be one button for that. Okay, and I should be able to edit that particular task, and all these things are possible using simple JavaScript and CSS trick, correct. So I'm expecting from you that thing. Okay, if you are able to do it, please do it. It will be helpful for you. And also, if you know now how to fetch the APIs, you can, if you have any friend who knows backend, or you are the one who knows backend, you can also use this backend. You can create backend APIs for actually adding the data, removing the data. You can create the APIs for that, and you can actually perform or create to-do list using APIs as well. It's up to you if you want to save it on database, or you can use local storage as well if you want, right. All these things are there. Sir, where is the link of API? Array, this API is just for dummy purpose. If you just go on this particular website, JSON placeholder, okay, let me just remove this. Okay, just search for JSON placeholder, and here you will be able to get the fake APIs like the REST API for free. You can use their APIs for your projects as well. In if you want to test it, you can test it in Postman as well. It's like it's up to you. Correct. Yes, yes, that only I want. To-do list, edit option. Yes, right, Kunal. Correct. So this is the only thing that we want, and here you will be getting the APIs over here like this. Perfect. And you can see over here they are also using the same thing. Dot then, dot then. You're just converting the data into like JSON format. Very simple, right? Okay. So that is going to be the okay. So all this is going to be the project for you, and where you have to upload your project. You might be thinking, right? So this project you need to upload, okay, on your Google Drive, okay, and you need to share the link of it wherever you have uploaded in one particular folder, okay, and make sure that link is visible to everyone, okay, and we will be uploading the submission link in the description of this particular video of last day bootcamp of last day. I think today is day 7. So in the description you will be able to find it in half an hour. I will tell my operations team to add it over there, okay, and after submitting all the things, maybe in a week you will be able to get the certificates of this particular bootcamp, right? Okay, are you guys understanding this thing? Yes, this is the last lecture of this particular boot camp on React. Okay, this is the beginner level React actually that we have seen. Okay, maybe we will try to cover intermediate level of React in our next upcoming bootcamp on React, in which we will try to understand how to use React for optimization of websites, how we can optimize React. Correct. There are many things in React that you can enjoy, that you can learn. Right? Yes. Google Drive. Yes. Sir, can you please explain me about JS? What is this JS async and await? Okay. So async. See, async is used for what? I already mentioned this. See, if there is one, let's say there are two different tasks. Correct. Task A, task B. Task A is taking, let's say, 5 minutes to complete it. Task B is a task which is very easier. But in JavaScript, we have written the code in such a way that task A will first executed and task B will be later on executed. So JavaScript will do what normally it will execute first task A and then it will execute task B. But I already know that my task B is taking less time. So it should be executed as soon as possible. Why should I wait for task A to complete, right? So async gives us that particular power that using async and await, right? We can keep that what I can say function on waiting, and meanwhile we can complete the task B, which is having less time completion. Like correct. So if you don't have laptop, of course, like you need to have laptop for this. If you don't have laptop, you can borrow laptop from your friend for a few days or few time. You can just sit with your friends and understand that thing. The only project we have to submit is the to-do list, right? Yes, that is the only project that you have to submit. Perfect. Can we share Replit or Code Sandbox? Yes, yes, of course. Like you can share that as well. We just want to see if you have created the project or not. Just want that thing. Okay. You can upload it on Drive. You can upload it on Code Sandbox. Code Sandbox, if you are uploading, then well and good. But we are fine with Google Drive and Replit as well. It's all up to you. When I will get certificates you will be able to get, okay, within next 1 week. Very simple. I think NRT India, the question that you are asking is not of any use over here. Okay, that is the thing. First, this is the very first thing. Whenever you will go in the company, they will tell you, right? So I hope you are understanding. Correct. Naveen is saying, okay, the form will be given to you within half an hour. Okay, my operation teams will add it over there in the chat section. Sorry, in my description section of this last 7-day bootcamp. And sir, you were going to share the code of to-do list, but I hope like the code is not too much. There are just two different pages. Okay. If you still want it, what I will do, I will ask my team to add that particular code on GitHub, and we'll share the link of it. We will make it public, a repo, right? If you want it. Yes. Yeah, I think now this particular project is clear to all of you. You have to create one to-do list with one new functionality of editing the task. Correct. Very, very simple. Yes, Sumod is saying it right. Uh, if I'm not sharing the code, you need to rewatch the video, and that is a very perfect thing to do. Instead of copying the code, if you are writing it on yourself by watching video, at least you are doing copy paste only. But if you are just watching it and doing it on yourself, I think that will be helpful for you only. Yes, DevTown offers other session as well, so you will be I will be explaining to you that thing as well. Which language is best in terms of what you are asking, in terms of development or in terms of DSA or what? Like, I'm not getting the thing. So the deadline is going to be for next week. I know we know, like next, like this week is for Diwali, so we'll try to keep the deadline 16. Okay, 16 November. Bro, please explain Axios in short. Why is it replacing traditional API fetching? See, the very first thing is that Axios library is very fast for getting the data. See, we don't need to write too much of code. Very first thing. Apart from that, if you see, if we fetch something from using Axios methods, so we are not getting the data in JSON format. Okay, so by default, it is having one function in it, which is actually converting the data, okay, into the JSON format. With Fetch, we don't have that particular functionality. So we are increasing our line of code, right? So I think so that is why this Axios is replacing the traditional Fetch API thing, right? Correct. Yes. Attendance link I will be sharing, but before that, I have something for you. But before that, I want to hear from you if you are having any issues or something like that. Okay. Someone asked me that if there is any courses that DevTown is providing. Yes, of course. Like, we are having opportunities for you as well. Correct. We are having internship plus industrial training opportunities with at DevTown. Currently, we are having some batches open. Correct. I will be going to discuss about that as well. So don't need to worry about it. Correct. Yes, project is compulsory for you to get the certificate. Yes, El Diablo. I'm not getting your name properly. Which language is best for DSA, Java, or C++? So I will be suggesting. See, if you are going with DSA, so I will be suggesting you to go with either Java or either C++ for DSA, specifically for DSA, not for development. See, because when you will go in the company, the very first round that will happen is going to be on DSA. If you are going for any development related role, correct? So I will really, really suggest you to go with either Java or either C++ for DSA specifically. And then you can, like, if you want to shift onto the development, you can learn JavaScript and stack based on that. Correct. All these things are there. Can we use the Sanity IO for production for real world project, or is it okay to use it for development? I think so. Sanity IO you can use for production. For development, I think this stack that we are using is fine, perfect. This stack is best for all production development and all this thing. Burn stack I'm talking about, right? Can I use React.js plus Django for backend while doing project? Yes, it's up to you, right? But if you are using Node.js in the backend and React in the front end, I think why this is a perfect stack. Okay, in developer community, if you see, people call it as a perfect stack. Why? The reason is very simple, guys. Okay, let me explain to you. So the reason is what? In see, whatever code we write in React, it is in JavaScript. At the end of the day, it is JavaScript only, and same thing is in the Node.js. All the code that we are writing in the what JavaScript. So it will see, we will be requiring only one developer, one full stack developer is required who can code backend and front end. Correct. So if you see the job, what you can say, job vacancies as well, a job advertisement for MERN stack, you will be able to see that we want full stack MERN developer. Right. This is not the same case with Java developer, because Java developer most probably they will be working in the backend only, Java or this Python developer or like that. Right. I hope you are getting me. Sir, when we code on VS Code, we won't see the changes immediately. Like, need something live server. Yes, of course, you need live server. But see, there are many extensions on VS Code. There are like lots of things, like more than 15, 20 extensions are there. But I don't think so. As of now, we will be requiring live server. Correct. That React extension that I have explained to you, ES7 React. It will give you one what you can say boilerplate code for React if you write RAFCE. Correct. Apart from that, I think there is no extension required. Okay, and make sure you are not installing too many extensions on your VS Code, right? Okay, if your system is not capable of handling too many extensions, what I mean by that is see, your like laptop or PC will get like it will get heated, right? As soon as some high as soon as the processes which are taking more time, like more time means like which are taking higher computation power. Okay, it will hit your laptop or PC. Correct. So I will definitely ask you guys to install as less as possible extensions, like 2 or 3 extensions that like which is fine. Correct. Okay, and React will use a lot of computation. So because it's a huge library, it will have a lot of file. If you see, if you just open node modules once, it will be having 40K, 41K files in it, right? If you know this thing. Correct. Where, sir, where to submit the project? Project link will be uploaded in the description of today's bootcamp video. Okay. So check it after 10-15 minutes. Okay, we will be get it over there. Right, very simple. Will AI replace full stack development? No, AI will not replace full stack web development. But the person who knows AI knows how to use these AI tools nowadays, which are coming, ChatGPT or like apart from that, there are many things. Mid Journey is there. So those who know, I think, how to use AI tools efficiently, and I know literally I am currently using the AI tools for getting my work done, because if you give it any proper prompt, it will give you the exact thing. Correct. It will reduce your effort of writing that particular code. You just need to find some bugs if there are any bugs actually. Correct. So I think so, but you should be knowing the basics of development, right? Without it, you will not be able to do it. Correct. We will not be able to use AI directly. Correct. There are some bugs that only human can fix. Correct. Right. That is the thing I want. Sir, I am 19. I have some time get fear of being left out in race to become successful. Don't need to worry about it, brother. You are just 19. You still have time with you. What we what you need what you guys really need to do if you are like college students. Okay, you need to really work hard. Okay, so what roadmap I usually suggest for one to become developer is you need to perform DSA questions, give 2 or 3 months, okay, daily. Okay, we want consistency in DSA. That is the only thing. Okay, go on lead code, solve 100 questions. It will take time for you to solve, but don't just skip the questions. Wherever you are getting doubt, just go Google it, and on Google so you are having like solutions for each and every question, right? Go on Google, search for it. It will not take more than 3 months. Okay, if you're kind of person who is not good at logical reasoning or logic, applying logic, it will take 4 months, max to max 5 months. Correct, but not more than that. Once your DSC is cleared, then you can go and jump into development, or parallelly also you can jump into development. You can learn basics of HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and then learn any front end library and back end library. That's it. That is the only thing full stack developer should know. But apart from that, again, nowadays knowing front end back end database is not the sufficient thing. Correct. You also need to know basics of DevOps, basics of cloud. Okay, like how my application is gonna be on in production. Correct. How to create CI/CD. CI/CD means like whenever developer are done with coding, then how to like make one connection so that my application will go on live. Correct. And the basics of DevOps actually. So CI/CD, Jenkins is there, Terraform is there nowadays, and basics of cloud. Pick up any cloud, have the basic idea behind it, how OS is working. You need to have everything around it. Like a full stack developer should know all the things, right? Correct. Yes. Next 14 is more advanced than React.js. App router is far more easy than React router DOM. Yes. Gaming go with Anis. Yes, I too think this thing. I know, like in Angular, we are having Angular is the framework. So in Angular, there is separate router. Right, we don't need to install it. While in React, we need to install React router DOM. Yes, I know. And this third party that is going to be third party library. Of course, npm is giving it to us, but again, it will take some time. Correct, we need to install it. Again, we are adding some more space. Correct, but if you know, if you have watched, if you have gone through react.dev, the new documentation which is uploaded, which is upgraded, I think in the month of March this year only. So we'll find out that npm create react app is no longer being used by developers nowadays who are coding in 2023. Correct, they are directly working with the framework such as next. Correct, next is there, and white is not like a new one, but next is there. Of course, we are having different version of next. Sir, this is last lecture of this course plan. Yes, this is last lecture. Correct, and yes, it is necessary to upload the project. Otherwise, you'll not be getting the certificates. If you don't want certificates, no need to upload it. As simple as that. So, how to become data scientist and how much package? See, I will tell you what the scenario is. So at how DevTown will help us, motion. See, DevTown is going to help you as well over here if you want us to help you. Correct. So we can help you to get the internships. Correct. And not we are not going to help you directly for the internships with zero knowledge. Correct. Before that, we have some industrial training for you guys. Okay, and we are having guaranteed internship for you. Of course, we will be going to train you, and then only we'll be going to give you the internship opportunities with the companies which are having tie up with us. So you might be thinking that, sir, why DevTown is going to help us, and why this thing. So I will tell you. See, I will give you one simple example. Okay, if you can relate with me, okay, that's perfect. See, I will give you the thing. Correct. Sir, could you bring us write a description and deadline for project? See, give me 5 minutes, listen to me carefully, and then I will explain it one more time. How to upload the project, where to upload, what to do in project. Perfect. See, so you might be thinking, sir, like why DevTown is providing us the internship opportunities. Correct. So the very first thing, let's take an example of Infosys. So let's say Infosys is coming to us. Okay, like Infosys is hiring directly. They are giving them a package of 3.5 LPA at Infosys, right, for system engineers. And Infosys is, let's say, having a training of 6 months in their Mysore campus, right? So initially they are hiring the students from tier 3 colleges, and they are giving them the training. And then after that, they are just giving them a package of 3.5 LPA. Okay, and they will not give you the assurity that you are going to become developer only. It depends on their different assessment test. Okay, what you will be become, right? So what DevTown is doing, let's say Infosys is coming to DevTown. Now Infosys also wants good workers, good employees, good engineers, right? So Infosys is coming to DevTown, and they will be asking us, okay, that DevTown, we want you to train some candidates for us on this particular position, on this particular role. We want developers, let's say. So we are going to train our developers, okay? And after completion of our industrial internship, after getting all clearances, after passing all of our mock interviews and all the thing, we'll be going to give you an internship opportunity with the company. Okay, here is Infosys, but we are having a lot of companies with us, correct? Currently tie up. And apart from that, you might be asking, sir, what we are going to get in industrial training then? Yes, we are going to provide you remote internship, which is not, of course, which is not going to be the offline internship. It is 100% online remote internship. Yes, perfect. Apart from that, what we are going to give you an industrial training, that you have to listen to me first. Correct. So in industrial training now, first of all, we will be going to cover all the things from the scratch. So let's talk about the full stack development industrial training, what we are giving you guys. Correct. So in industrial training, first thing we will be starting with DSA. Of course, we want you to understand DSA first. Okay, at least the DSA, you should know that in development you will not face any problem. Correct. So first we will cover DSA with C++. Correct. After that we'll be covering the basics of web development using this basics, like how my web works, HTTP, what is HTTP, HTTPS, like behind the scene what is happening. And then we'll be covering basics of HTML, CS and JavaScript. Okay, the very basics. with animation and all those things. Apart from that, we will be also learning the modern day CSS libraries like Tailwind, Material UI. Apart from that, then we will be jumping on to the back end first. First, we'll be learning back end, how to build APIs, and then we'll be working with the React to actually use those APIs, okay, in development, and then we'll be creating some awesome projects. Apart from that, you will be also going to get DevOps, correct? The basics of DevOps that developer should know how to create the pipelines, correct, using Jenkins. All those things are there. Yes, gaming. I am currently working with Property Loop, correct. So I'm also developer. So I know these things. What like currently what companies are wanting like from one particular intern. So as an intern, sorry, as a developer, I know like when I hire the intern for my company. So last month only we were having like two interns who are working with us remotely. So why do a company require interns? First of all, very simple thing. Let's say I'm doing one, let's say X amount of work in one single day. Okay, I just don't spam attendance. Okay, we'll take 3-4 minutes and we'll be sharing attendance with you. Don't worry. Correct. Yes, certificates you can add it even in your resume as well. Correct. You can share it on your LinkedIn. So I have achieved this particular thing, right? In that way, they are going to help you. Okay, right. So why does company require interns? You need to understand this as a college students. Why companies are requiring intern? Why they are hiring intern? And why there is so much value of those students who have done with internship? Correct. For getting full time role, if you have internship, there are good chances of you getting selected, right? But why there is the thing, correct? So let's say I'm doing X amount of work in my company, okay, and on some day or due to some project I am having to I need to work, let's say 3 times of 3x, like 3x amount of day work in one single day. What I can do for that? Correct. So if I'm having some burden, what I can do, I can ask my manager or senior manager that, okay, sir, we need to hire some interns who can collaborate with us in this particular project. And in this way, the requirement is generated for interns. And then we will post one, what you can say, vacancy for advertisement actually on different platforms. And then we'll be take their interviews. And first we will see that whether the intern which we are hiring, those like they are having the quality or do they know what I want. Very simple and straightforward, right? That is the only thing. Correct. And apart from that, okay, talking about industrial training, what we are going to give you is, so we are giving you daily mentorship. So daily session will happen after 6 o'clock, and those who are going to teach you, all those faculties are currently working in the big MNCs. Okay, correct. Apart from that, you are going to get the recording of each and every class with you, and that is going to be with you for the lifetime. Okay, with that, we'll be also providing you the LinkedIn sessions, how to build up your LinkedIn profile, how to build up your resume, so it will not get rejected. Also, we are giving you a real-time projects like we are having Zomato clone, Book My Show clone, and we are going to build it from the scratch till the end. Okay, and we'll be deploying all of the projects which are created onto the production. On the production means on any cloud. Correct. And then you will be able to attach that link in your resume that I have built this particular project, or you can share that in on your LinkedIn as well. Okay, I have done this particular project or something like that. Correct. Okay, so that's all I wanted to say. Okay, and those who are really interested to join our program, our industrial training program, correct, with the guaranteed internship that we are giving. What is the validity of industrial training program? So validity of industrial training program is 3 months. So 3 months of industrial training program and 1 month is dedicated to your particular internship. Correct? Yes. So now see those who want to apply for our industrial training plus internship program. Okay, I have some links. I have one link for with me to share with you. Correct? In which, okay, so you might be asking, sir, what is the cost of this industrial training program? Does anyone have any doubt regarding whatever I have explained to you regarding industrial training program that DevTown is providing? Does anyone have any doubt? Let me know in the chat section if you are having any doubt, if you are facing anything. Just give me 1 second. Those who are asking, what is, according to me, what is the average package for fresher? See, I know the condition in India. If you are from tier 3 college, you will be getting the package of max to max 4.5. 5, like 5 is the max limit for tier 3 colleges in India. But the maximum package which I would expect as a fresher, it doesn't matter if you are from tier 3, tier 2, if you are performing well during your college time, if you are doing good internships, I think the package should be more than 10 LPA. It should be around 11 to 15 PA. Okay, that's the normal package which I would be expecting. Correct. Uh, so the fees for our industrial training plus internship opportunity is 3,500 rupees plus 18% GST is there. Correct, on course. So those who want, I'm sharing one link in the chat section. So that is the registration link. Okay. So if you want to make the registration, you can go on that particular link and fill it out. So for registration, you need to pay 500 rupees. Okay. And plus 80% GST. And you will be registered with us. Someone from our team will contact you as soon as possible. Okay. And you can do registration as of now. If you want to do this industrial training for the next particular upcoming batch, you can do that as well. But you have to register as of now, today only, and someone from our team will call you, correct, and will give you the updates regarding how the course is gonna be, and will share the credentials of the platform, learning platform that we are having at DevTown, correct. So I am sharing the link with you. I have shared the reservable link with you. Make sure those who wanted to apply are filling it out as soon as possible. And now I'll be sharing the attendance link. Just give me 1 second. I'm sharing the attendance link as well with you. So I have shared attendance link as well. Correct. Make sure everyone is filling it out. Sir, regarding the project, do we need to upload the code? Yes, you need to upload the code. You need to upload the code onto your drive. And as I mentioned, you can also upload your Replit link or Code Sandbox links if you are developing it on Code Sandbox or Replit. You have those options. If you know already, you can do that as well. Correct. Yes, amount is 588 because we are taking 18% GST on it. Correct. And the remaining amount, which is 3,000, that you need to pay like later words. Correct. We'll give you some time for that as well. Correct. So we are not taking fees in one. I am seeing 588 as the amount. I thought it is, no, it is not 3,500. It is just the registration amount. Correct. The remaining 3,000 you will be paying later words. Someone from our team will call you. Okay, you will be getting the access of our learning platform. Okay, all the things you will be getting. If you are having any doubt, just ask with the person, and then you can pay the remaining fee whenever you want. Okay, in 5 to 10 days after starting of your batch, right? And meanwhile you can start learning. That is the only thing, Benjamin. I hope you are getting what I am trying to say. सर प्रोजेक्ट का क्या सब्जेक्ट क्या है? Project is on to do list. The thing that we have seen yesterday, you have to create your own to do list, make it with proper CSS, apply your own logics, and add one new functionality. So we have seen how to add the items in the to do list, how to remove the items from it. You have to add a new functionality of how to edit the to do list. Correct. If I have added task 1, task 2, if I want to edit task 2, I need to click on that edit button, and I will be able to edit it and save it one more time. Very simple thing. Correct. I hope you have got it. Yes, it's 354. Perfect. I think El Diablo, you are, yeah. So deadline, if you want, deadline is 15th November. 5 days we are giving to you. Sir, can you provide DSA in Java in web development training program as I have preparing? As of now, we are having DSA in C++. Okay, maybe in the future. Okay, you need to ask with our team for that in WhatsApp group, in whatever groups you are added. Just need to call the admin of that group. He will give you proper answers on that. Correct. So the link, no, I cannot extend it. Correct. So I hope, yes, courses have daily classes. The course have daily classes, and Samrin, you have to upload your project in Google Drive. You have to share the link, and where you have to share the link, you have to share the link in the description. In description, I will be adding one link after this class in 10-15 minutes. Okay, the project submission form you will be getting there, and just go there, add all the things. Right. I hope everyone has filled the link for this will be added in the description of this particular video. Okay, it will be shown to you. It will be there in 10-15 minutes. Correct. Yes, output is required for the project. Right. See, Shreya, if you don't have laptop, you need to borrow it from your friend, maybe your colleague, college mate, classmate. Right. I think now I have explained it enough of times. Yes, Pratik, I think your doubt is resolved now. Yes, courses have a daily link. Courses have daily link. And Tuper, if you are saying it is not there, yes, the link is there. The link is there, Tuper. The link was there in Flipkart clone as well. Sir, I have not added any WhatsApp group. Just fill the attendance form, and in that you are having one option. If you are not added to WhatsApp group, you just need to click on that particular option. Someone from our team will add you. Don't need to worry about it, right? If you are facing any problem, like you are not able to apply, for one say you are not able to, what I can say, upload the project, call the WhatsApp group admin. He will help you. So can we share GitHub Gecko link? Yes, if you want, you can share. So do we have HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, all three, or only one of this? You are going to have all of this: HTML, CSS, DevTown, and then we are going to teach you React plus Node.js plus basics of cloud computing and DevOps, which is essential for you to know as a developer, right? You are going to get okay. It's been enough time. I have explained it two more time. I hope you have understand everything, right? And now I will see you in the next boot camp. I don't know, maybe on any topic. Okay. So we'll see you all guys in the next boot camp. Happy Diwali to all of you in advance. Okay. Enjoy the Diwali and keep practicing, keep doing hard work. Okay. If you are having any issues from DevTown, any issues regarding courses, you can call to your WhatsApp group admin anytime you want, right? Okay. If you want, okay, you can contact to your WhatsApp group admin. Perfect. So thank you so much for joining in. We'll see you guys in the next boot camp. Hope so. Will happen soon. Till then, happy Diwali. Enjoy your Diwali. Work hard. Goodbye.